Hi everyone, so welcome back to another tutorial. I'm going to be making baby nest, baby bed, anyhow you want to call it. So we're going to be starting with the pattern drafting. We are going to draft the pattern, and this is what I'm using. I'm using this Ankara fabric with this doll face. This one will be for the lining, and this will be the material. You can use any baby material of choice. It all depends on you. And you can also use this Ankara. Just look for something Ankara that is very beautiful. So let's start. My name is Damilola. So now let's just jump right into the pattern drafting. So I've made some notations here because I don't want the video to be too long. So I have my pattern. So the width of this pattern is 70 centimeter. 70 centimeter. So meaning as I folded it into two like this, I'm having 35 centimeter. So it's on fold. You can see how it is. It's on fold because it's very wide, so I have to put it on fold. So I have 35 centimeter. Then the length that I'm working with is 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter. I'm going to put all the measurements up there. You will see. So the width here is 70 centimeter, as you can see. Now I folded it into two. My pattern is folded into two. Now the first thing I am going to do, I've actually noted everything down, but just for a recap, the first thing I'm going to do is to measure 8 inches 8 inches from all the four corners. So from here I'll measure 8 inches. So I have my 8 inches. I measured it round 8 inches. You can see. So from here to here is 8 inches. 8 inches. I hope you are getting that. Remember, this one is in centimeter. Is in centimeter. So I think 100 centimeter is about 100 centimeter is like 39 inches. So if you are using inches for this, is 39 inches. Why this one is 27 inches. This 70 is 37 inches. So I want you to get that one right. So I have 8 inches here, and from here to here I'm also going to measure 8 inches. You can see I have 8 inches here too. From here to here 8 inches. So it's all the corners from here to here 8 inches. You're going to measure it round. From here to here 8 inches. So we are going to draw our line. So I've made the line here. I hope you are getting me. So here to 8 inches. So the down part too, from here to here 8 inches, from here to here 8 inches. Just measure 8 inches round, 8 inches from the width and 8 inches from the length. So then we have the line here. You can see. So at this one corner, this particular edge, we have two edges. This is the other edge. So just pick one edge, this edge. So after drawing my line, so I have my 8 inches from here to here, 8 inches from here to here, 8 inches. So I'm going to mark from here because I want you to have a kind of shape, this kind of coffee shape, like a round. If you want it sharp like this, four corners, you can just leave it like this. But if you want this kind of shape, so from this middle part, this edge, I measured 4.5 inches. So from here to here I have 4.5 centimeter. 4.5 centimeter. 4.5 centimeter. Then from here to here I measured 7 centimeter. So from here to here is 7.5 centimeter. 7.5 centimeter. From here to here 7.5 centimeter. Then from here to here 4.5 centimeter, and also from here to here 7.5 centimeter. You can see. So I just have to curve it this way, then I have this shape. I hope you are getting me.
So at this point, while editing, I realized that this particular part didn't show. My camera stopped and I didn't know. So let me just quickly explain what I did. So from that 4.5 centimeter, because I've reducted 4.5 centimeter from it, so it makes the other edge to be longer. So what I did was just take my tape rule and I placed it on that 4.5 centimeter that went inside, and I measured 8 inches downward, and that is why I was able to get this curve over here. And I just measure it around to where my 7.5 centimeter stopped.
So coming to this other side, so I just make sure the line goes straight. Remember, from here to here is 8 inches. 8 inches or 20 centimeter. 8 inches. Let me just stay with the inches. So from here to here is 8 inches. Remember, 8 inches. So I just make sure the line goes straight. So now that I have this, remember, from here to here too is 8 inches. Don't forget that. So I just came up from here to here. I have 8 inches. So from this 8 inches, this line, I just measure 2 centimeter upward. 2 centimeter upward. So from here to here, I have 2 centimeter. So I just make sure the line is prominent. You can see what we have. So this is basically our pattern. It's very simple, very simple and easy. So if you didn't get it, just pause the video and watch the video again. I don't want to be repeating it all over again. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut it out. I'm just going to cut it this way, cut it this way. So let me cut so that you will see. Just cut it this way. That's it. This way. So when you get to this point, just come here, because that part is going out. So you can see what we have for this one part of the baby net, of the pattern. You can see how it looks like. We will open it up. Then we're going to go to the other side. I hope you are seeing me and you are getting it. So I'm using my paper scissors. So we're going to come here. You're not cutting this place, you are cutting this side. I'm going to come here and I'm going to trace this one out also. So you can see what we have. For this side. You can see, if I open it up, you can see how it looks like. You see that it's already forming, the shape. You can see how it's looking now. So this part is where the bed will be. This is the bed side. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be tracing this out on another pattern, because to cut the shape of my bed. So this is going to come like this. The bed will just have this kind of shape, and when we put the bed in, it will just fit. So I'm going to cut it on my fabric and I'll show you.
So I'm done cutting it out. I added half of an inch round the pattern, the fabric, so that I'll use it to stitch and turn it round. So I'm going to be stitching it half of an inch. I'm going to stitch it round. Right side is facing each other. Right side of the doll face and right side of the material is facing each other. So that is what I'm going. So I'm going to stitch it round and I'm going to leave this space. This is our 2 centimeter. We are still going to be applying it. We will not
stitch this side, because this 2 centimeter will be the carrier of our velcro. So let me just go around go ahead and stitch it round. All right, so I'm done stitching it round. You can see I've stitched it round. So I left this 2 centimeter, as I've said that I was going to leave it. So if you have ready-made bias strip that is wide, like that 2 inches, you can make do of it. So I don't have that, so I just improvise by cutting door face. You can also cut the main fabric depending on what you want, and I'm going to show you how you are going to use it. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to find the middle part of this. Just fold this angle, just fold it to this 2 centimeter. So, and this is the middle part. I have the middle part here. So the measurement that I cut out is 3 inches. 3 inches in width, but in length I just cut out, measure this round, and I cut it out. So 3 inches. So when I fold it, after folding it, I'll have like 2 inches. So this is where I marked. So my pins, I'm just going to fold it in, then I'll start pinning. I'm just going to do it this way, and I'll place it at that middle that going to place it at that mark. Then I'm going to pin it down. I hope you see the way I'm pinning it. You have to open it up like this. You open it up, then I'm just going to pin it round. I'm done fixing it. I just pin it down. You can see round. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold the bias binding on each side this way, and I'm going to stitch, leaving the middle part, and I'm going to stitch this way too. Then I'll have like 2 inches round. So let me just go ahead and stitch. This is where I'm stitching. I'm going to stitch it both sides. All right, so I'm done stitching it. You can see what we have. I just attached the bias binding. You can see, round it. Then we have the hole here. So this space from this 2 centimeter, I left about 4 inches. When I folded it into two, just fold it into two, that is where you will start your stitches from. So we have this open space. You will see what we are going to use this space for when we get there. So now, you know this inner bed, so this bed, this is bed space. This side is the bed space. So I just mark the line here. I use the pattern to draft it out like this. So this is where the bed will be. This side is where the bed will be. So you can see. So this side is where the bed is going to be. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to stitch it round, so that the lining parts and the main fabric will join together. So I'll just go ahead and stitch it round, leaving this space too. Now I've stitched it. You can see, stitch now. Now for this side, this 2 centimeter, I just attach my velcro here. I folded it just fold it inside, and I attach my velcro, used my needle to hold it down. Then I'm just going to go ahead, stitch it this way, stitch it round. So if your velcro is longer than this, it's better, so that it will just cover the whole space here. This whole space, it will just cover it. Hope you are seeing. So this whole space, it will just cover it. So, but this is the velcro I have, so I just stitch it. So after stitching it, this is what I have. I'll stitch it round. And this is how it's going to be. Just close it. Now I'm going to be putting the foam inside, though this foam is 2 inches width, and foam is 2 inches. So I just cut the same size of this circle. See this place, I just cut the same size. So I'm going to be putting it inside from here. It's going to enter from here. So this is how it's looking now. So I've put it inside. Then I'm going to use this velcro to close it. So this open space, this is where our fiber will go into. So this is fiber. It's used for throw pillows and all that. So for throw pillow. So I'm going to fill it up. This place. And that is why it's important for you to leave this space. Alright, so I filled it up. The fiber I use is about 2 kg, because I have to fill it very well. The more you fill it, the more it comes out. So the next thing to do is to pass this rope through this bias binding. So from this space, remember we left this space, right? So this is where it's going to go through. Then it will come out from this place. So let me do it. Okay, so I've put the rope. I must tell you this, that when you are inserting the rope, you need to be patient with it. Or you can just insert the rope before you put your fiber, because it's a little bit challenging when you are inserting the rope. I'm just telling you the trick. So if you are if you want to pass the rope, you can just pass the rope first before filling it up, or either way you will still get the same thing. So I just pull it together and I tie it here. You can see this is how it's looking without tying. So this is how it is without tying. So I've inserted the foam inside. The foam is there. So you just tie it together this way. So you just tie it. I'm going to cut the rope. It's too long. So the next thing is to make the bed. I'm still going to put bed the same size of this space. I'm going to put the bed. So I'm going to be using this main fabric for the bed. Then literally I'm going to cover this place with some fabric. It's so simple. It's just to cut out. You can just measure from here to here, from here to here. Then you just need to cut out the foam and also the fabric. That's all.